You'll never make music videos the same way after using this trick. When you really like a music video, one of the most interesting things you can do is study its most replayed parts on YouTube. The replay graph shows you exactly which moments grab viewers the most and go back and watch again and again. By studying these spikes in your favorite videos, you can understand what keeps people watching and engineer similar moments in your own content. It's one of the most powerful tools we have for understanding exactly what makes music videos work, and you could be studying it on all your favorite artists. Stop DJing at night. Day events are the new way to promote yourself as a DJ. Day events are absolutely massive right now, and DJs can take advantage of this by partnering with local businesses like pizza places, bagel shops, record stores, even gyms. These establishments want daytime foot traffic, and having events that bring in even 20 or 40 people that look cool gives them content to share that shows them that this is where cool people should be hanging out and where cool people do things, which gets more people in the door. Similarly, clubs are more open to booking less established acts for Saturday or Sunday matinees compared to primetime slots where they need guaranteed packed houses. The culture shift is clear in places like New York, which has transformed from the city that never sleeps to the one where people wake up early to do yoga and seek out daytime activities. There's a new concert trend that you need to be doing for your live shows. One of the biggest reasons Doshi creates insane hype for her shows is her genius approach to community building. She creates style guides and tells fans how they should dress when they pull up to her show. And by creating a style guide for her shows, she's saying, this is the look to bring, and it doesn't make it mandatory. Her true fans instantly recognize each other in the crowd, turning every show into a unique shared experience and a place where they can get inspired. It also tells them what to wear out in the wild to get recognized by other fans. Share your vision through aesthetic collages and content from your previous shows, or get your community posting about their show outfits. Make it fun and let your audience build on the vibe you create. Musicians, this new trend is such a stupidly simple way to get people talking about you. You need to swap out your album covers. Fans all over Twitter were discussing Tate McRae changing her album cover just 3 days after she released it. Artists are increasingly swapping out and messing with their album covers, whether it's the newest one or the old ones, since it effortlessly generates conversations. You likely already have alternate versions of your artwork sitting on your computer that you didn't use. It really requires minimal effort to give fans something fresh to talk about. Oh yeah, if you're looking for ways to boost engagement, I have a free 90-day plan that lays out exactly how to promote your music across every platform. It details what to post when and how to work the algorithms for maximum attention. You can find it in my... There's a new trend that all your favorite artists are doing that you're not. Social media followers are basically meaningless now, since your homepage is flooded from content of creators that you don't even follow. Like me. While you only see a very small percentage of content from people you actually follow. This is why more and more artists are building text and email ecosystems for communicating with their audience, and this is why it's important that you draw people to one. I'm constantly telling musicians this, and most resist because they think their fans won't sign up, and they're right. Most casual fans won't care to give you their email or phone number, but your true fans absolutely will, and you could use them to ignite algorithms, as when they see those messages and actually do what you're asking them to do, it gives good indicators to the algorithm that you have engaged fans, and slowly building that up over time is how you build a bigger fan base. Tribly is an amazing free tool I highly recommend that makes building this communication system super easy. And by the way, I curated a list of over 100 free tools and the best resources for musicians to promote their music with my brutally honest take on each one. Find it in my... Artists are now finding new ways to create their inner circles from hacking Instagram's most underrated features.
Jesse Cannon, music marketing strategist, explains how musicians go from 0 to millions of fans.
Adding your most engaged fans to your close friends list is one of the best techniques I know. Instagram highly prioritizes close friends in the stories feed stories to the members at the top of their feed, which it makes it very unlikely for anyone to miss you when you post any announcements. Spend a small amount of your day adding your most engaged followers to a close friends list and take it one day at a time, since these are the people who are actually warmed up to you and the ones you want to have see all your content, and who are most likely, when they see exclusive content from you that no one else can see, are going to tell their friends about it because they feel so special. These are also the people who are most likely going to click on your things like fan clubs, merch, pre-orders, pre-saves, and exclusive promotions. It's a built-in fan segmenting tool that almost no one uses well. Soft blocking on TikTok is a hack to get your numbers back up after taking a break from posting. If you need to take a hiatus from TikTok, well, TikTok only tests your content on a core group of your followers a lot of the time. And the problem is that many of those accounts may be inactive after you go away for a while, creating a pool of non-active followers that ruin your engagement metrics. TikTok's algorithm notices this poor performance and limits your reach further. I recently was at a marketing event and someone told me that what they did is they started to go through their followers and get rid of all the people who no longer engage, and that helped them a lot. They did what's called a soft block, where you hit block and then you immediately hit unblock, which causes the account to unfollow. By removing these dead accounts from your follower pool, TikTok began testing their content with more active users and significantly improved their performance. Here's the thing people don't realize about marketing cover songs. Most people don't realize they're listening to one. You'd be surprised how many listeners don't recognize songs when they're done in a different genre, style, or emotion. We've reached such a point of saturation of there being so many popular songs over the years that, like, a lot of the time I don't even realize I'm listening to a cover until I find out and investigate later, or my wife tells me so. So many times people ask me if covering a song breaks this rule or this rule or this rule, but the real God's honest truth is a lot of the people who are going to hear the cover are never going to know it's a cover. It's just a song that is proof of concept that it works in some way, and especially if you're taking that song and changing its emotion by bringing a new context to it, people really aren't going to know and they're just going to think it's a great song you made. Music marketers always tell you to use social platforms, but no one reveals which ones actually matter. Most artists waste time on the wrong platforms and content, never realizing that some are proven to be way more effective. Here's what they don't tell you. TikTok and Reels drive the most music discovery. That's very clear. What nobody mentions though is that Instagram stories actually convert fans to action better than regular posts, despite getting far less attention in marketing discussions. And I gotta tell you, right now, everybody knows this that uses it, but Blue Sky links convert better than almost anything when sharing a link right now, and Threads is not that far behind. And YouTube Shorts can be a sleeper hit. It's performing exceptionally well for certain genres, while most industry conversations completely ignore it. Facebook only really moves the needle if your audience is 35 and over, but for those artists, it's incredibly valuable. By the way, I curated a list of over 100 free tools and the best resources for musicians to promote their music with my brutally honest take on each one. Find it in my... Major labels are manufacturing fan activity, so should you too? AstroTurfing is the music industry's open secret, creating the illusion of organic popularity by orchestrating what appears to be spontaneous fan activity and enthusiasm. Major labels and major management companies have all these people running fan pages that appear to be passionate listeners. And yeah, AstroTurfing is everywhere. When Gail's ABCDEFU went viral, internet detectives discovered the random fan who promoted the TikTok was actually an Atlantic Records marketing employee. A lot of the artists who stay off the grid and don't post much are using AstroTurfing, using fan and influence accounts to promote their music. If that's you, or you have certain content that feels weird posting on main, like who you're dating, or other things like interviews you do where you want to share numerous clips, make some sock puppets and let it spread the word about you. But to do this, you need to create fan accounts that can't be traced back to you. This means using separate devices, VPNs, and tactics that appear authentic. And if you want to watch a masterclass on how to do AstroTurfing right, I go into full detail in my newsletter. The Finsta account album rollout strategy works for a reason. Yeah, Frank Ocean did this like a bajillion lifetimes ago, Charlie X did it last year, Drake, Playboi Carti, and Kendrick all use this approach too. But what does this mean for smaller artists? One of the greatest funnels I can see to get fans excited and get them to become a bigger fan is adding them to your close friends list if they're interacting with your profile a lot. Because Instagram puts those stories that are close friends onto the front of people's feeds. Fans who see your exclusive content start conversations with others. You're not on this artist thing, you didn't see them do this? Oh, I'm on their Finsta. And then they talk about those posts because they have something special to brag about to their friends, and you become that. When someone gets added to your close friends, they feel like an insider. This drives more engagement and more sharing and more conversations about your music. And then after that, you could link them to other things and sell to them once they're in that close friends loop and get their email and get their text. Here's how to get album critics obsessed with you. Critics are just music nerds who happen to have platforms. They get genuinely excited when artists they think are cool actually want to be friends with them. The artists that become critical darlings aren't necessarily the most talented ones. They're the ones who figure out how to hang out with the right people. Here's how it actually works. Music critics tend to cluster in certain neighborhoods and frequent the same spots. In New York, it's parts of North Brooklyn. In LA, it's Silver Lake and the surrounding areas. They talk to each other constantly, share music, and influence each other's taste. When one critic gets excited about an artist, it spreads through the entire social circle within weeks. But you don't have to move anywhere to start building these relationships. Find the publications that cover artists like you and follow the writers on social media. Engage with their work, share their articles, and join the conversations they're having online. One enthusiastic review can trigger a domino effect where suddenly tastemakers are all talking about you. Nobody's talking about how Google Trends is helping musicians crack the algorithm. Marketers use Google Trends all the time to hack engagement, and you can too. Instead of chasing obvious TikTok trends like dance challenges, watch Google Trends to identify what people are actively Googling and seeing if some of it fits the tropes of your song and what you can make for videos around your song. Here's an example. If you notice a spike in Google searches for a new Netflix show like Electric State and think, my song would be sick of an edit with this main character in the show, and this is the exact type of character my fans are into. If there's something coming out that's around the culture of your music, like horror movies for a metal band, you can make edits of your song to this while it's trending and a lot of people are looking at it, and probably get a lot of people who are likely to like your style of music to hear it. Stop shying away from making high-ticket items to sell as an artist. You're leaving a lot on the table if you think it's a bad idea. Once you have a bunch of fans, there are fans who want to show their support in big ways. Whether it's a $100 skateboard deck onto a specialized item like a custom Swiss Army knife, fans want unique things and ways to spend money to support you once you have some momentum. For some groups I've consulted with, they sell really expensive varsity jackets, and that could be $100 profit each, and 10 of those is $1,000, which goes a long way for you. A lot of people who are better off financially want to throw money at artists. I bought artists CDs pretending it cost them $50 and I just read the sticker wrong because I want to support them. Allow people who want to support the arts to do that by giving something that shows respect for their fandom. A lot of people just want to own these special things to have bragging rights or to show off or to be nice and support you. Musicians aren't thinking about inbound links enough. Algorithms reward you bringing people to their platform through outside links. This is a powerful growth strategy most musicians completely overlook. I've tested this myself and saw the proof. A video I was working on with only 145 views in 24 hours suddenly jumped to 200K after we sent people to it through external links. This wasn't a fluke. I've seen this pattern repeatedly across YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Spotify. Even Instagram's CEO, Adam Mosseri, has confirmed that external traffic is a major factor in their algorithmic decisions. Platforms want you bringing new users to them, and they'll reward you for it. Share your content across platforms, email your fans links directly, and use your link in bio strategically. You're fucking up if you're not on Threads. For those of you who tell me, I tried Threads once and it didn't do shit, Threads has consistently been one of the most downloaded apps on the iPhone and is the second most downloaded as I make this video. I'm seeing Threads blow up way more in the last few weeks than before. So I get it, you may have dipped your toe in and you didn't know what the waters were like, but I'm telling you, I'm watching artists grow on there every day and so many people doubt it. Make an impression on music business players with a wow gift. If someone's written or talked about your music in a positive way online, writing them in the DMs to send them a gift can get you shared and find a positive place in their heart for the future. One of the best ways to get remembered by someone in the music business is to find a gift that they will put up in their office or house that other people will ask about, and then they're going to spread the word around you. I recently got sent a yo-yo from this group I love called Badroll, who uses yo-yos in a lot of their videos because one of their members is a sick yo-yo, well, player, athlete, I don't know. But I talked about how much I liked their music, and now that yo-yo's become a conversation piece in my home. I've seen this though so many times over the years. Someone will have a cool tchotchke or doll or something that another artist sent them, and then everybody's like, oh cool, what is that over there? And then it becomes a way that people end up learning about that group and how they spread to influential people, because let's be honest in this business, influential people hang out with other influential people. How you can use your merch to escape algorithmic jail.
Jesse Cannon, music marketing strategist, explains how musicians go from 0 to millions of fans.
The TikTok shop is one of the keys to getting out of algorithmic jail. And I found Printify is one of the most effective ways to get decent quality merch into the shop. Make a piece of merch and send yourself a sample and then model it in your videos and tag it in the shop. It's pretty easy to do. TikTok pushes shop content hard, with 1 in 5 posts being shop related according to a recent study. I've been seeing people do this to get out of algorithmic jail, and you may even make some money along the way.